Hello guys, welcome back to mwanamme YouTube channel. It is another month. Last time we said that we are coming for mental health for men. If you remember last time we discussed about mental health awareness. Now welcome back. We have a visitor here. He's our counselor, a champion in mental health program. He's going to share with us how we're going to handle these issues with the men. I'm talking to you, men. How are we going to handle this issue? Because your mental health matters a lot. So many people, so many men nowadays are dying due to depression, suicidal thoughts. They are dying because of anxiety, relationship, marriage. Men, speak it out. I'm speaking to you. Welcome back. Now introduce my sister. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Musembi Bonfis. I'm a counseling psychologist, I'm a mental health champion, I'm a trainer, I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I'm everything almost I can say a man could be.
Wow.
I'm a father, so I know I will be talking about the challenges we face.
Yeah,
we
as
as
men.
men.
Yeah.
And I'll be so happy to speak to you virtually, and I'll also be interested to meeting you physically. If
Sure,
that
sure.
will be possible
Sure.
soon.
Definitely. If you have an issue, I will share the contact. Itakuwa hapo chini. So stay tuned and welcome. Now I have this concern about men. In our culture, like men, they were brought up in a way that they can't speak out when they go to issues, and they were taught to be strong, even in time of diversity. Like they don't need to show our tears to other people. They can go hang out, have fun. Okay, I wanted to know, as men, kuna hii norm, like they are taught by the culture, like don't speak it out, don't share when you undergo problems, kaki mwanaume, don't cry. And to me, what I know as a man, you are good to express yourself. Get a safe space, get someone who will not judge you, who will listen to you, who will talk to you, who will give a thought to lean on it and a heart. Somebody will be there for you. How are you going to help our men to speak it out? Because most of them they are dying due to depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, and so many family relationship, family reality, all those. I need to speak them out.
What I would like to say, okay, I can address that one in so many ways. And number one, I will talk about the culture part of it.
Yeah.
Because during those old days, men were being brought up by fellow men, and women were being brought up by fellow men, fellow women. So there was that gap. Men will be having that safe space to talk about their issues there in the bush, because that was the only education which was there. But currently we have modernization, and we are embracing the Western cultures, whereby now a man is lacking that safe space to speak about whatever they are going through. Secondly, we have stigmatization. I'm afraid I'll be stigmatized if I talk about my pain with my colleagues, maybe somebody whom we are relating in one way or the other.
Sure.
I'm afraid if I talk about my challenge, how will this person take me? How will they view me in future? How are we going to relate later? So this one is making us, if I open up, I'll see. I'm afraid. How will, let's take an example I'm sharing with my colleague and Eric. He's a psychologist and we usually train in so many platforms with him. Then I happens to go through a challenge. Let's say, for example, my wife beats me up. Nikiambia Eric will be like, okay, he will support me. But he might use that as a weapon to fight me some other days or some years or sometimes to come. So I'm afraid of being stigmatized. I'm afraid of being set aside. If we go to a party, then the other men will be like, they already know my story. Men are lacking that safe space whereby they can talk about their pain, they can talk about their worries without feeling stigmatized. They lack that, how do I call it, confidential space where they can talk about it, explore everything, and the story remains.
Okay.
Men lives in a space whereby they don't know there is existence of counselors. They don't know whether there is existence of therapists where they can go and talk about their pain freely.
Okay, I'm happy that you have talked about even counselor. Do you know even the most counselors or the therapists, the mental health therapists, they go through a lot that they couldn't go and share to their colleagues or their fellow mentors. Why? Why is it that difficult? Hmm?
At some points when you fail to understand what you are doing, remember we usually talk about the, the, the empty and the full cup talk. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You need to fuel yourself before you share the gas to somebody else. And for the therapist, as at a personal level, I usually go for scroll. I drain everything that has been going through within me, and I go back to therapy. I attend to others. After 2 weeks, I'm back again for a session. They are those specialists who are trained to deal with therapists to help the helpers. So if you're not going to to refill your cup, how are you going to pour something if your cup is
definitely
empty?
should be hard, and it will be as much as you give it out, you yourself suffering. It doesn't bring joy at all.
Exactly.
It doesn't, because you might be helping while you are suffering.
Sure.
That's why we are encouraging men anyway. You tell men to speak it out. Why you first of all you have talked about culture. Now that we are in a modern situation, in a Western culture way, how are you going to encourage our fellow men out there to speak it out so that not that they die like men, be a man, don't cry. Me, I haven't seen a man cry.
Ah, you haven't?
No,
Oh, should I cry so that you can see me?
I haven't, not.
You know, yesterday I had a talk with some youths. I had at least 10 of them from Kenya Red Cross, Murang'a County. And I told them we are not going to have a discussion here in the office. Let us go to a certain hotel known as mkewe Hotel in Murang'a. One of the best nice hotels in Murang'a County. We went and sat on a round table. During our talk, I really wanted to see and assist them explore through their emotions. And the question number one was like, have you ever cried in the presence of others? And everybody was like, no, hell no.
Hell, it's a fuck.
How should I cry? And then I was like, we're going to introduce ourselves, then share our darkest moments. We sat in a position whereby nobody else can see us. Then we chased the waiter away. We told her, just serve us. You will be coming here only when we call. Don't pop. Don't check. We will be okay until we make a call. And I shared my part of story. I tried my best not to make it emotional. The second person shared, the third person shared. And when the fourth person was sharing, everybody's tears were flowing. We all cried. Have you ever experienced emotional moments? We all cried. I really wanted them to feel like we are not in a therapy session. We are exploring. I don't want you to view me as a counselor. I don't want you to view me as a therapist. I want you to view me as a friend who is here to support you. If we don't cry about our past traumas, we will cry in future in silence. That is how we will end up making bad decisions. We all cried, including myself. Counter transparency. I cried.
I wish I could have seen that moment.
I cried. We were not recording because it was so confidential, and the guys were like, oh man. For the first time, I have cried in front of people. And the guy who was sharing the story, he was like, I have never felt my head is such light. I feel like I've just dropped a very heavy burden. A very, very heavy burden that has been dragging me backwards. I couldn't move forward. This is a person who has been having a lot of childhood traumas because I wanted us to have a series of men's talk. And when we were talking about start a small series, we share each other about our pain, our most painful moments, whatever we haven't healed from, and we see how we can support each other to heal. We cried. We cried for 6 good hours. And these 6 good hours, we are crying, and after the tears, tunachekeleana.
Comes a tears of joy. Later,
Because
like,
now
you
this is
dress
somebody
with
who will
love.
share about their pain, and they will be like, kumbe mnaweza lia. Kumbe you can imagine somebody has been viewing you as a very strong person, as a very strong pillar.
That's why I know, like, men mnaweza kuwa friendship like more than 10 good years, lakini mwanaume hawezi disclose what he is undergoing in the family.
Exactly.
Another question, do you men have a bestie? For us ladies, kuna ule like unaita bestie, like nikifanywa hii lazima niende niseme. Yani ule close friend like lazima niende tujie pamoja. Do you men have that?
Now we have them, but we have this challenge. We don't go to cry together. What men usually do, we hide a lot.
You go and hang, drink.
Like personally, I used to hide a lot, and the way I used to do it, it's like I will go to a fellow man, and I'll cry in the name of another person. Yeah, I'll be pretending it is not me, it is somebody else. So ile solution atanipatia si yangu, naichukua like I'm going to support
the other person.
You see? So I'm taking it indirectly, but deep down it is me who is suffering. Yeah.
Okay, how did you overcome? Since you were in that situation, so you have said you did it yesterday, you open up, you share your story, then it comes to this opportunity that men are showing their emotions. Okay, how did you come out like, now I'm a man, I want to go and address other men?
I'm this person who loves books. And one of the fine days back in 2017, I read a book called The Manipulated Man. It's written by a woman called Esther Villas. And this lady argues and says like both men and women were created with the same potential. A man and a woman has the very same potential. Very, very same. But a man is viewed as a slave and a woman is viewed as a slave owner. Now life matters how the slave and the slave owner treats each other. And when I was trying to understand the write-ups of this book, I was like, being a slave, how can I be supportive to a fellow slave? Because if a man ventures into an entanglement with a woman, that union, it makes a man a provider. Ile time this man amekosa something to provide for his family, what will he do? Where will he go for knowledge to sharpen him and shape him to maybe come closer to achieve the goal? And I really struggled to secure somebody whom I can talk to about the pain. And later on, I met a guy by the name Mensa Otabil. He's from Philippines. I call him my mentor. He's a counseling psychologist, an author of so many books, and a tutor as well. When we were talking, he told me, Boniface, it is very okay not to be okay. And then I was like, oh, I've never heard of a man telling me all this. Why don't I give it a trial and see what can happen? And this man gave me a good listening here, and he used to do a follow-up session with me. Every day I could journal, I could write down whatever I have experienced, the challenges, what I made through, how did I come up with a solution to the challenges that I encountered, and what challenges did I manage. Then this guy will be like, now, if you find yourself in this situation, do this. And now I ask myself, later in 2018, I became an expert of the same and I could even challenge him. I could do a journal and also ask him, did you do your journal? What challenges did you encounter? I want to be in your shoes as well. Then he taught me how to empathize and not to sympathize.
Wow. I really love it. Like, so it is good to have a mentor,
Yes.
to have a counselor, someone that you trust.
Exactly.
You trusted the Philippine man,
Exactly.
that you care because he assured you that he gives you the ear to listen to, a shoulder to lean on, somebody that you can open up in anything. So there's also this instance whereby you find men and anasema, let me go and drink and okay, nikikunywa hii pombe yangu like young fellows, I think, let me call it the millennium and the Gen Z's guy, as much as they undergo to problem, because this is the generation now, it is now, they say nikienda nikunywe hii pombe, nikunywe bangi, nikunywe sisa, hizo stuff, they have been addicted to drugs that it will help them to heal from their pains, from their suffering, from their mental health problem to come out.
That's quite a very good question, but I can respond to it in so many ways, but not today. For today, I want to respond in just a very simple way. Do you know alcohol is good? Do you know bank is good? Do you know that shisha is good? Do you know everything they are doing is good? It's only that they are applying it in a bad way.
In a bad way.
Yes. Christian wise, we say it is not okay to take alcohol.
Sure.
But the same Bible tells you if you're in pain, take what?
A little wine is good for your stomach.
Thank you.
From the book
The
of
same Bible
Second
says,
Timothy.
if you want to be happy, take what? Some wine. Yes, the wine will make you happy. But now, why would you take these? When and why matters about? These people are sick. It is only that they don't want to admit, I am sick. This alcohol they are taking, it is kind of an analgesic. Wanaitumia for like a painkiller. When you have some slight headaches, you go and get a painkiller. And this painkiller will just cure the pain. But you are forgetting to understand that headache is not a disease. Headache is a symptom of a certain disease. So this anxiety is not the issue. You will go and get that painkiller, but you haven't dealt with the pain.
Sure. So
it is like you haven't dealt with the disease. You will just come up with a short-term solution. For those who goes to alcohol, not only Gen Z, not only the millennials, with the kangazeti, it is imepangwa vizuri, anakata kadogo, then anachota kitu, anatengeneza vizuri. It was a kind of traditional smoke. And they will be smoking almost after every 10 minutes. Chimney, chimney, chimney. Now they are providing a short-term solution. Once they smoke, there is that urge that they are going to quench without knowing that they are driving themselves to a certain disease called addiction. Yeah. And now, when they take that alcohol, it will provide a short-term solution, a temporary solution. Yet the thing that is disturbing them, it is a long term. It needs a long term, a permanent solution. If it is anxiety, anxiety needs therapy. Anxiety needs the perfect medication for you to fight against it. If it is depression, depression needs therapy. It also needs medication for you to heal. And those are the things which are, can I surprise you and tell you that the mental health graph is hyping instead of degrading? Why? It is because people are ignoring. When you ignore stress, it matures to depression. When you ignore depression, it matures to mental disorder. When you ignore the mental disorder, that is how we lose you to the streets. Because you can't be able to control it by yourself. That is why somebody wise said, if you see somebody smiling because they saw a mad person, it is only because that mad person is not. We are being affected as a community. These people who are taking these substances, They are doing it because they are finding solace. It's how our youths are becoming, because they will now become dependent on the substance. They don't have money to buy the substance. What will happen? And they are addicted. The urge is pushing them to snatch your handbag and go and pick those few coins. Go take that small changa tot. They go take that weed. They will be, I'm okay now. They see nothing difficult in life. That is basically life. So I would request them, dear men, go for therapy. Seek support when it is needful. When you feel you're not okay, speak to someone. By the way, do you know that is one of the reasons as to why I started Igniting Young Minds Kenya? At some points, I find myself doing pro bono sessions to people. Why do I offer pro bono therapy sessions? Because I know they can't afford. If you go and tell a Gen Z boy to
pay for it,
these young men, they don't have money, they are not working, they are still schooling. They don't know where to start to request their parents to support them with money. Somebody is from that humble background. How do they make that money to pay for a session? And you know, basically therapy is expensive, right?
Sure.
And
it is.
they can't be able to raise that money. So we are here for them. That is why we are requesting them to reach out for help.
Oh, amazing. Thanks, Dr. for the great work. Hey, Dr. I'm so grateful, like our mental health channel and advocate, for the great work that you are doing. Now that I want you to speak one word to our men, a word of encouragement on how to go this, then you can share for your integrative mindset where you can be found, the services you offer, so that our men can come out in a bigger number to get resolution.
Wow, thank you so much. I would like to say these words to the fellow man.
Mm.
It is okay not to be okay. Be the volume, not the echo. Don't speak out when it is too late. Let us not be like these people who start discussing others after the burial. When people start saying, oh, this guy was this way, this guy was this way, this guy was this way, let us talk about the problem when we are alive and when we are kicking. Let us be a voice. Let us be champions. Let us support one another. Let us offer a shoulder to lean on. You know, men, we are lacking that network system whereby we can talk about our pain freely without being judged by anyone. There is a safe space. So, dear men, I would like you to know that there is that safe space.
Okay.
Yes. If you go to Google, you just type Igniting Young Minds. You'll find me. It will bring you counselors in real. And my number is there, direction is there, and it will bring you to my doorstep. And also, maybe I usually also offer quick response calls. If you just make a call anytime, I'm always alert. Anytime, I'll just pick that call, offer psychological first aid, and give you an appointment. Let us meet.
Dela.
Then maybe I can also share my contacts.
Yeah, we'll share your
You can
contact.
find me on WhatsApp 0799263154. You can also find me on WhatsApp as well, or direct call on 0795166318. Those are my official contact numbers. You can find me anywhere. On Facebook, I'm Mwalimu JB. On Twitter, I'm Mwalimu JB. On LinkedIn, I'm Mosembi Bonfils. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I'm sorry, but men, often umesikia, make this opportunity. Our counselor is fully available. Usikufe stress. We need you. Your family needs you. Your kids need you. Your woman needs you. The society needs you, man. You know, without you, like, Oga come up. Speak it out. Cry. Many kipata unalia. I will embrace you with love. Because that's what I do. I do it with passion. I love it. I love it when you are happy. my fellow men, my fellow guys, men. Kama we ni kijana wa mtu na una undergo stress, speak it out. We are here for you. Don't die on stress. Come out. Don't be addicted with drugs. Hiyo ni short-term solution. We need a permanent one. A permanent one that is come for therapy and get everything sorted. Anyway, thank you for your time. Bye-bye. Oh, it's going to tell my subscriber.
I'll tell them, see you next time when we shall be talking about how to bury the past. Don't die in pain. Speak about it. Let us work. Somebody told me, if you want to go far, work as a team. Have somebody who is supporting you in that journey that you're going. We have our goals. We have our dreams as men. Let us work together. But if you want to walk alone, it's okay. You just run. But if you come across any kind of challenge, come back to us. We are willing to support you as counselors and as therapists as well. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So guys, make sure you subscribe, and leave a comment and tell us what you want to hear from us next video. Bye-bye. Stay tuned. Nawapenda sana.